Come on.
I listened to the record with about 6 people, and 2 tracks in, we were all looking at each other saying one word, and it's the P word, Prince, was the first thing that came to all of our lips. Would you agree? I mean,
yeah, definitely.
I mean, at least about a third of the record, I'd say, is just, that's the first thing that came to mind, you know.
I will take that as a compliment. I will take that as a compliment. I mean, you're talking about somebody who is the best at what he does. Mm-hmm. The best at what he does. Nobody is Prince. I mean, Prince is Prince, you know?
Was he a conscious inspiration when you guys were working on the record?
I think he's always been a conscious inspiration. I mean, on the first record, between, you know, the Off the Wall era, Quincy Jones and Michael Jackson, Ron Temperton stuff, to the Stevie Wonder stuff, there was also a little bit Prince inspiration on the first record. I think that I just naturally, I don't know, it's so hard to analyze where you were at, because I mean, I spent a year making this record. It's so hard to analyze what was conscious. The only thing that was conscious was to not really have any rules. And I'd like to think that that's how it's comparable to somebody like him, who's legendary for giving you something new every time.
Well, everything's, you know, referential. With the first record, it was all, they were saying Michael, you know.
Sure.
With the first single anyway. I guess that's inevitable to a point.
With a lot of it,
yeah.
I think we live in that, I'm part of that generation, you know, I'm part of that generation, you know. For Michael, I remember seeing people say, oh, he's like a young James Brown. He moves like a young James Brown. And for Prince, I remember people saying, oh, you know, you can definitely see the Jimmy influence. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I think that's what we do. I think we take from the people we love and then we make something of our own out of it.
I know you've cited people like Bowie, people like Michael Hutchence,
I know,
David Byrne.
I feel I think I'm going to get myself in trouble for citing such like legendary voices.
How did their influences manifest themselves on the record, do you think?
Hutchence or Bowie, it was a certain era, you know, the last half of the 70s, the first half of the 80s, where I felt like what they were capturing was something raw and unrehearsed. And that was the approach that I wanted to take. The truth of the matter is, I'm not a rock star. When I initially started, I was like, how am I gonna recreate the moment I had on Justified? You can't sit in the studio and try to recreate a moment. You have to create a new moment. And when I finally accepted that, you know, there was more than one right way to write a song and perform a song and produce a song, that's when everything kind of opened up for me. And, you know, I'd probably be lying to myself if I didn't say that that was because I came from something that was so rehearsed, you know, with NSYNC. And even with the first record, I mean, the first record in the production of the Neptunes and Timberland was almost methodical, you know, and I wanted to get away from that, to just try something new.
Right.
And that's where those names come up in my mind when you listen to songs like Rebel Rebel or Let's Dance. And I know I'm speaking about the more dance Bowie influence, and also songs like I Need You Tonight. I mean, I'll probably get bashed by people who really are NXS and Bowie fans because I'm picking songs that were so big, but this is me pushing it as far as I feel I could go.
Right.